Hello everyone, welcome to my math teacher. In this video, I am going to solve question number 2 and 3 from the exercise 1.3. This is for class 10 students from NCERT syllabus. The question here is, prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. You must have noticed this. In my previous video itself, I have explained everything in detail. Now the question is about proving that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. We now know clearly the basic difference between rational numbers and irrational numbers. What is the basic difference? Rational numbers can be expressed in P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. Whereas the irrational number, for example root 5, we cannot express in P by Q form. This is not possible. We know that 3 plus 2 root 5. This is irrational because root 5 is 2.23 non-terminating and non-repeating number. So when you multiply this by 2, when you multiply with number 2, it will be again the same, non-terminating and non-repeating. The answer when you add with 3 also the same. So as we know this clearly that this 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. We are going to assume that 3 plus 2 root 5 can be expressed in P by Q form. That is, we are going to assume this as rational number. We can write like this. 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational. Where 3 plus 2 root 5 can be expressed in A by B form where B is not equal to 0. Where B is not equal to 0 and A and B are integers. Now 3 plus 2 root 5 can be expressed as A divided by B. So we need only root 5. So we will bring all the remaining numbers to the opposite side. So first step, bring the 3 to the opposite side. 2 root 5 will be equal to A by B minus 3. Next, bring the 2 to the opposite side. Root 5 is equal to multiplication. When it goes to the opposite side, it becomes division. A by B, A by 2B because division minus 3 by 2. We can write this one as 1 by 2 can be taken as common, A by B minus 3. So you can skip this step. Now finally, we have got root 5 value as 1 by 2 into A by B minus 3. So now this is a rational number, that is simple fraction. When you simplify this, okay, you will get again in A by B form. Okay? And when you multiply that answer with 1 by 2, you will get again the answer as A by B form. So what happens here? Root 5 is rational. Okay. So since A and B are integers, the answer will be a rational and root 5 will be rational. 1 by 2 A by B minus 3 is rational. Therefore, root 5 is rational. We know that any irrational number we cannot express in P by Q form, whereas we have the final answer as P by Q form. So this is P by Q form. Now our assumption that 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to P by Q has become wrong. Okay. If it is wrong, what is right? If this number doesn't belongs to rational, then definitely it will belong to irrational. So the final statement is that our assumption 3 plus 2 root 5 as a rational number is wrong. So therefore, this is definitely an irrational number. Now let's proceed to question number 3. Question number 3. Prove that The following are irrationals. 3 subdivisions we have to do. The first one is 1 by root 2. Again, the same as the previous ones. We have to assume that 1 by root 2 is rational. Now let us start. Let us assume to the contrary that 1 by root 2 is rational. Where 1 by root 2 can be expressed in a by b form. One by root 2 can be written as a by b. So we can cross multiply like this. So 1 into b will become b, that is equal to a into root 2. Now we can write this as a root 2 is equal to b. Now we need only root 2 value. Bring the a to the opposite side. This product multiplication will become division. We can see root 2 is equal to b by a, that is in the p by q form. Root 2 is equal to b by a, which is rational. Okay. We know that root 2 is irrational. So hence our assumption, this is as rational. Root 2 cannot be expressed in p by q form. This cannot be expressed in p by q form. Hence root 2 is an irrational number. Since b by a are integers, root 2 is rational. Therefore, our assumption that root 2 is rational is wrong. Finally, we can say root 2 is irrational number. Now, second subdivision. So, the same statement we can write as it is. Let us assume that 7 root 2 is rational. Now 7 root 2 can be written as a by b form. We need root 2 value. Bring this 7 to the opposite side. Multiplication will become division. Product will become division. A by this 7b. We can see root 2 is written in p by q form, a by 7b, which is not possible. A irrational number cannot be expressed in p by q form. So our assumption has become wrong. Hence it is an irrational number. Therefore our assumption is wrong. The last subdivision. The same opening statement. Now 6 plus root 2 is equal to a by b. We need only root 2 here. Bring this 6 to the opposite side. Root 2 is equal to a by b minus 6. Finally, we have got root 2 value in the form of rational number. Again, our assumption has become wrong. A by b minus 6 will be rational. Hence, root 2 is rational. Therefore, our assumption has become wrong. Finally, 6 plus root 2 is irrational. So with this problem, we have come to the end of this exercise. I hope you must have understood all these sums quite clearly. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye. Keep practicing.